What is an inequality in algebra? Have you ever wondered how we can compare numbers or expressions in a way that shows their relationship? This is where inequalities come into play. An inequality in algebra is a mathematical statement that compares two expressions. It shows that one expression is greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, or less than or equal to another expression. Instead of saying two expressions are equal, inequalities show a relationship where one side is not exactly equal but has a specific order relative to the other. The common symbols used in inequalities are greater than, less than, greater than or equal to, and less than or equal to. For example, if we say 3 times a variable plus 2 is greater than 7, we can write it as 3 times x plus 2 greater than 7. This means that for certain values of x, the expression will be greater than 7. Inequalities can be simple, involving just one comparison, or they can be more complex, like compound inequalities. Compound inequalities combine two or more inequalities using the words and, or. They can involve different types of expressions, including linear expressions, quadratic expressions, absolute values, or rational expressions. Understanding inequalities also means learning how to solve them. Solving an inequality involves finding all values of the variable that make the inequality true. This often requires similar steps to solving equations. You might add, subtract, multiply, or divide both sides by the same number. One important rule to remember is that if you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, you must reverse the inequality sign. Graphing inequalities is another important skill. You can show solutions on a number line or coordinate plane. Open or closed circles indicate whether endpoints are included. A closed circle means the endpoint is included, while an open circle means it is not. Now let's talk about compound inequalities. For instance, if we say is greater than to and less than 5, we can express this as x is between 2 and 5. On the other hand, if we say is less than 1 or greater than 4, it means can be either less than 1 or greater than 4. In real life, inequalities help us model situations where quantities are not equal but have limits. For example, if you are budgeting, you might say your expenses must be less than your income. Or think about speed limits, where your speed must be less than or equal to a certain value. In summary, an inequality in algebra is a way to compare two expressions using inequality symbols. It shows a range or order of values rather than exact equality. Learning how to work with inequalities, including solving and graphing them, is essential for understanding many algebraic concepts and applying them to everyday problems.